Today we'll be installing Roadmaster Universal Wiring Kit RM-154 on the 2004 Jeep Liberty. Our first step is going to be to mount this small bracket here in the front of the vehicle that we're going to tie the front end off so it'll be accessible when attaching to your motorhome. This is a self-threading bolt, maybe slightly difficult to get started, but once you do, it gets much easier. Our bracket's mounted. I'm going to zip tie my front connector off to it and begin the routing of my wire to the rear of the vehicle. You can see our wire coming up over the axle now. We're going to use these two rear mounting holes to run a zip tie off the rear leader going to our taillights. Now that we've got our wire feed run to the rear of the vehicle, what we need to do is remove the taillight lenses in order to splice our wire in. First step is going to be open the rear hatch of the vehicle and remove the Torx bit screws so that we can remove the lenses. Alright, now that we have our screws removed, we can pop our taillight lens out. I even like to go ahead and disconnect my hold down and then go ahead and disconnect the harness so I can set the taillight lens out of the way. The harness plug has a locking tab that will have to be pushed up, and you press on your tab to remove your harness. I'm going to repeat the same steps on the driver's side. At this time, we're going to go ahead and separate our green wire from our 4-wire lead because it's going to route directly to the passenger side taillights. Once I've completed that, I can take my 3-wire piece, feed it up through the corner of the bumper support and fascia, pull it out through the driver's taillight lens hole. This is where we're going to be making our connections with our diodes to connect our new harness. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and run my ground screw so that I can use it for a ground on my tester. Using my tester, I identified that the brown wire with a yellow tracer is my running light circuit. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut it and insert my diode in line with my new wiring harness. You can see we've got our wires stripped back here. We'll leave plenty of wire to make a good connection. We're going to go ahead and install our end terminals that'll go into our diode. Alright, once you have your end connector crimped on, make sure you give it a couple tugs to make sure it's got a solid connection. Now we're going to repeat that same process on our other two brown wires, the one with the yellow tracer and our new lead coming in from our new harness. At this time, what I'm doing is stripping away the 3 wires because I need just the brown wire that's going to attach with our new harness coming in. We're basically reattaching the same wire we cut off, the extra, and we're going to route that to our passenger side along with the green wire we stripped back earlier. We got our wires stripped down. Let's give it a tug. Make sure we got a good connection. At this time, we can go ahead and install our diode. You'll notice there's got 2 inputs and 1 output. The output is going to be the one that goes to our plug for our taillights. Go ahead and make that connection now. And then clearly both inputs will be manufacturer's harness and our additional new harness that we're setting up. And that's the installation of our first diode. We've tested and discovered is our white wire with a brown tracer is going to be our brake light signal. Again, we're going to cut it and insert a diode just like we did with our last running light. At this time, I'm installing our ground wire. We're going to use the hole I created earlier for our tester lead. Now we've got our ground wire installed. At this time, I'm just dressing my harness back up. Use a little tape to re-secure it, and then we can reinstall our taillight. Now we're going to be taking our green and brown wires and routing them over to the passenger side and then going up to the passenger side taillight. As you can see here, we've gone ahead and pulled our wires back up through our bumper fascia to our taillight area. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and locate our running lights and brake light, connect our diodes, and our passenger side will be complete, which is basically the same process that we've already done on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we identified that our running light is going to be this green with a yellow tracer. We are going to connect that to the brown feed. That completes our running light diode installation on the passenger side. So we'll be using the white wire with a brown tracer. It's going to be our brake light signal. As you can see, now we've got our fourth and final diode in place. Just wrapping our wires back up with some electrical tape, and we'll be able to reinstall the passenger side taillight lens. And that completes the installation of our Roadmaster Universal Wiring Kit RM-154